how is this being seen in Alberta? I was immediately curious about that when that happened because, I mean, is she being hailed as a hero in Alberta, or are people going, yeah, maybe you should be getting on Team Canada?
It seems like it's a mix so far. Danielle Smith enjoys some popularity. She's not universally beloved in this province. The NDP is under new leader Naheed Nenshi still remains fairly strong, but they're still behind in the polls from all perceptions. But the thing is that, yes, there are a lot of people who have this Alberta first mindset, more so than in, say, in BC, certainly more so than in Doug Ford's Ontario, where I don't think anybody thinks themselves in Ontario first and right in the heart of central Canada, or just thinks anti-Ottawa when you hear province in Ottawa. But the polls show that people think of themselves as Canadians, first and foremost, including in Alberta.
Right.
So those people who who are worried about Trump, who have disliked Trump, I mean, certainly people dislike Trump to a great degree, and certainly dislike Trudeau here too, in Alberta. But I think that this will, not be seen as a great week for Danielle Smith in terms of her relations with the rest of the country. And Albertans don't want this, don't want to be quite standing alone. They want to be standing tall, but standing alone may be a different situation for a lot of people.
Are Albertans happy to see then their premier standing beside Donald Trump?
Some people won't be. I mean, if you dislike Donald Trump, then you're going to be very concerned. If you understand that, getting FaceTime with the person who's threatening tariffs and trying to persuade him otherwise
Yeah.
is good. She said it's not really clear when she went to Mar-a-Lago whether she actually really warned him or certainly she didn't threat. She seemed like she was making nice with him, making friendly with a very friendly Canadian businessman, Kevin O'Leary, who's talking about some kind of Canada-U.S. economic union where we
Yeah.
dissolve the currency together. But she seemed to be really promoting the oil sector and really trying to create this carve out for the oil sector. People who are in the oil patch and make their livelihoods with it, and of course, this is our prime economic driver here, will appreciate her trying to defend the oil patch. But there are a lot of people who, have relatives in other provinces, come from other provinces. They don't really necessarily want to see Canada suffer while, disproportionately to the rest to Alberta.
Hmm. And how is Trump's comment on Canada becoming the 51st state played out in Alberta? Because, there's a little bit of a separatist bent to that province all by itself.
There are some. I mean, it's not like it's Quebec exactly here. We're not there. Maybe who knows how a few more Trudeaus and here and the political culture we'll see. But there's a niche of people. Don't know how big it is who like that. I think that some of the polls are showing that people are more likely in Alberta than elsewhere to support the idea of the 51st state. Perhaps owing to their deep distaste for the Trudeau and Liberal government.
Mm.
But that's a minority perspective. I think people here, like much of the rest of the country, are not big fans of Donald Trump and feel threatened by the tariffs. And oil is one sector. It's the biggest sector. We've been hearing from beef producers, the forestry sector, tourism, so many other manufacturers and producers and people who export here. If oil gets sheltered and other industries don't, that's not great for
Yeah.
Alberta either.
Jason, great to hear you this morning. Thank you.
Thanks, Stephen.
All right, you take care. Have a good weekend.
You too.
That's Jason Markusoff, a writer and editor and commentator for CBC Alberta.